First
one.
Oh my God, Joe. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Man, I'm supposed to observe and report, but I dare motherfucker to come on my shit while I'm on shit. Shit, I'm packing it on that shit.
When you find a rare Pokemon, he was running after Pokemon.
Oh my God. They was in the wrong neighborhood looking for the Pokemon.
Yes! Joe!
See?
No, Joe!
See?
Why did you let them do this to you?
Yeah, crazy, wasn't it?
Making an unbelievable deal on rocks. Oh my God!
Like
they got him with that big rock in his hand like he's smoking rocks. Why you let? You know what? You might as well. That's why I say you can't kill. You might as well laugh about it, cause Joe, you can't kill them now. It's too late. If you ain't get them while they was in your yard, it's nothing that you can do now.
Damn, that's so true.
All right, we live, Queen.
Talk about did Joe Budden have the right to, here you go, baby. Did he have the right to chase him, and if he would have done something to them, should he have been charged?
Wow.
And you know I say in the Queen's Court, he should have fucked their ass up.
He should.
But in the court of law, once he went to chasing them, then he probably would have been the aggressor. Especially since y'all want to say white privilege.
Yeah.
He was the aggressor.
Yeah, because he caught their ass up. Motherfucker run pretty fast.
And they holler no joke.
See, I mean, it was all good as long as it was funny games. But they ain't know he was gonna catch up to you. Now when he caught up to you, now you feeling a certain kind of way, about that. But yeah, but shout out to Joe Budden, man. I mean, because it could have went left. You feel me? If he did anything that wasn't according to the law, I don't know how that shit would have handled. But that just
let them stay on the property. That's when you bust their ass.
Okay, I got a case that just came in.
Okay.
To the Queen's Court. Case number 356709, The Streets versus P. Weezy. They pressing charges on you.
All right, this a bitch.
Okay, they got it.
Well, when the indictment papers come in,
then The Streets versus P. Weezy.
Okay, let's get it.
Queen, The Streets is presenting this case before you for your consideration. Evidence. Khia talks Bobby Brown tell all books. They gave me the YouTube link and where I can go and look at it. Complaint. Just when I thought I was the only one wondering where Sissy Houston was during the Whitney Houston edition, here comes the Queen about to go full in on Sister Sissy until the audio goes
right.
No, The Streets got mad love for P. Weezy. He goes hard for the Queen, but he can't be pulling no more stunts like this because the Streets wants to know what the Queen had to say about Sister Sissy. I, for one, wanted to hear what the Queen had to say. Recommendation sentencing, 130 days of hard labor, suspended sentence.
What is suspended sentence? I ain't gotta go.
You ain't got to go. They suspended your sentence, but if you fuck it up again,
that's gonna be.
You gonna get 130 days. So I'm gonna go with the Streets.
Thank you, Your Honor.
P. Weezy's gonna be sentenced to 130 days hard labor. And I'm going to suspend the sentence until he fuck up again. Now, if he fuck up one more time, I told P. Weezy, I said, P. Weezy, I think you need to get to the Queen's chambers at around 8 o'clock because you try to get here at 10 and set up, and then we don't get the show going until a quarter to 11. So, P. Weezy, I'm going to put that on as one of his probation conditions that he needs to get here at 8 a.m. on Tuesday morning so he have enough time to set up so we can start our show at 10 o'clock. And if he violates that, then I'm going to go ahead and give him this 130 day sentence. A big thanks to you and P. Weezy for representing the Queen and keeping the content fresh. Chemo Newsom, Dina Boy, Paris.
Okay.
Pasadena,
California.
Paris, France.
Okay.
So Chemo is roasting you all the way from Paris, France. He is tuning in from Paris, France, and you fucking up his sound.
Well, this is what we can do.
And you know what? The Queen, this is not, see, and another one of your questions was, would I ever consider doing love and hip hop? Chemo wanted to know, at the bottom, that would I ever consider doing love and hip hop and reality TV? This is another thing. Our show is not scripted. This is live and out loud, shock radio, where we say what the fuck we want to say in the Queen's chamber. I try. All the cases is tried. We tried right here in the streets, and I sentence how the fuck I want a motherfucker sentence, how I see the case be motherfucker. So you know we ain't scripting nothing up in here, so we can't even go back and do it again. So the footage is live. Pee-Weezy. That's why your ass need 130 days. You know it ain't like I can say, cut, run it back, we gotta do the case with Bobby Brown again. The sound gone, and now that good juice is off the top of my head. Ain't no telling what I'm gonna say. It can't come back.
In defense of you, Your Honor, you came down with a very strong verdict. I believe it was to the point where they wanted to know you were actually stating that somebody should have came and got the baby. Somebody supposed to came and got the baby, and you say one of the young ladies.
Okay, let me go back to the case. We're talking about Bobby Brown, Whitney Houston, and Bobby Christina.
And the young lady who could see the future. Which one of the aunties could see the future? She had the
Dion Warren.
Okay, but she couldn't see.
Fuck Dion, because she couldn't see the future to see that motherfucking baby and Whitney was gonna OD and die. And I said, Dion, bitch, you could see so much, but you couldn't see to go get your motherfucking niece. You insisted want to be in church singing all them goddamn church hymns and shit, but neither one of you bitches didn't go and get Whitney off that dope, and then you turned around and you let Bobby Christina replay her same fucking life. Now y'all lost Whitney, but y'all was not supposed to let them drugs get Bobby Christina. Dion or Sissy, this is what I said. I said both them bitches, because you know I don't fuck with them bitches, because Sissy tried to act like she was so church going, and deaconette, the head preacher and pastor of the church, didn't really want Whitney singing this secular music, and then she went out there and let the streets get her baby, and she didn't save her baby because I felt like you could have went and got Whitney. But when you didn't go and get Whitney, you could at least went and got Bobby Christina and raised your granddaughter and kept her out of that motherfucking environment. No, you left her with Whitney and Bobby to see her and her father just deteriorate on all kind of drugs. She seen her parents high as hell almost every motherfucking day. And not one time did you and Dion step in and go and get Bobby Christina. So bitch, you failed not only as the matriarch of your family, as the mother of Whitney, bitch, you failed as the grandmother, and that's just a grand title, bitch. I don't forgive you for that, bitch. I don't forgive you for that. Bitch, you lost 2 of them. Not one time did y'all intervene, because like I said, ain't no way Lil' Khia Shamar Jr. would have went out like that, because I would have went and got my baby. Through the thick and the thin, it would have been an interference, it would intervening, it would have been intervention, it would have been rehab. I would have beat her motherfucking ass, I would have saved her, I would have got her, I would have been fighting, I would have went to defects, I would have let them know my daughter is not fit, right, or in her right mind to raise no child. I would have got full custody of my granddaughter. She would have went to school, college, and you see she wanted to sing but couldn't sing a lick. She probably should have been a gymnast. Bitch, whatever she would have been, I would have found out, because she would have been in all types of shit. Dancing, flipping, singing, coloring arts. She would have been a queen. She would have learned etiquette. She wouldn't have had time to see her parents high as hell, because she would have been so motherfucking busy and tired. By the time she got home, she would have went to sleep and woke up and did it again.
That's right.
Bitch, until she walked across that stage at 25. Amen. Whitney them had enough money for her to have all kind of tutors. She should have been going to the best Ivy League schools. She should have been in the best colleges, bitch. She should have been having tutors and activities her whole life. She should have never seen what Bobby and Whitney was going through. So again, that is what I said. And I said that Sissy and Dion pussy ass failed. And I said Dion would act like it was calming now. She had a psychic line. She couldn't see none of this and none of their future. Then Sissy turned around and let them bitches put the camera in front of Whitney while she was still getting high. Bobby was pulling shit out of her ass. And Bobby Christina was right there on the show. Did you see it, sis? That reality show?
Seen most of it.
Did you see it, P? They was on there hot as hell.
You know how I feel about Break the Cycle. Come on now.
So then, how I ended up talking about it, because Bobby Brown ended up writing a tell-all book, and he told that Whitney was the one introducing the drugs, that Whitney was off the chain, she was a bulldagger, that Whitney was fucking all types of niggas, Tupac, Whitney was fucking Eddie Murphy, Arsenio Hall. Say Eddie Murphy said she was so motherfucking high, say as high as he was. He said that bitch was more freaky than me, and I like to fuck transgender bitches, and this bitch was gonna tear that ass up too. He said this bitch too wild for me. He said shit, I brought bitches in. Eddie Murphy said he brought bitches in, and he thought the bitches was for him. He looked up Whitney sucking the hell out the bitches pussy.
Wow.
On that shit.
Wow.
This was before she married Bobby Brown. So Whitney was already turned up. Bobby came in, she introduced him to the freebase, Bobby was just snarking. He wasn't heating it up.
But if you see the reality,
heroin and crack.
If you see the reality shows, it shows him being aggressive.
Exactly. See, that's how they want to put it. But when Bobby,
you know what,
Bobby, I'm gonna get your book. Because you know what? You stood by your woman. Because he said Whitney was cheating on him with plenty of other men. He was hurt Whitney was cheating.
Okay.
He said that he was really hurt when Whitney loved Tupac.
Okay.
Whitney was giving Tupac that pussy.
Well, what about Ray J?
She was there. You knew she was a thug. Everybody, you know, Ray J was supplying the dope.
But Ray J was there when she died.
That's what they said. Ray J was supplying the dope.
There you go.
But
Bobby said he wanted his name clear because he didn't turn Whitney out. He said Whitney tried to turn Bobby Christina against him by telling Bobby Christina that he was the one doing adultery, the cheating. And he said that, you know, then they was back and forth when he was telling Bobby Christina, no, your mama this, but see, he was high. And he was like, your mama ain't no damn saint. I caught your mama with this nigga, that nigga. And I was like, Bobby, you was wrong for that. I said, neither one of y'all should have let Bobby Christina knew what was going on. And she shouldn't have to choose a side.
That's right.
Because that's where he lost. She wasn't communicating with him, so while she was going through all her drugs and everything, she was mad at her daddy, so she was looking for love from that boy, but he was getting high too, because he was raised around the shit too.
And that's the boy she was with
Nick.
is the guard brother, isn't it?
Nick.
Okay. But see, I fought that bitch that's with Bobby Brown too. That bitch just had another baby, but bitch, you ain't gonna never have no Bobby Christina. Okay, bitch, while you was so jealous of Bobby Christina and Whitney, you trying to push these other brown babies out your ass. Girl, what you should have been doing was trying to be a stepmother and a replacement for Bobby Christina. You should have been a mentor. You should have went to her and been a mother figure and saved her, because that would have brought Bobby closer to you. And as a woman, you should have automatically wanted to nurture Bobby Christina, but bitch, you ain't no woman hoe. You just want that check. You're a check seeker. You're a check seeker.
Instead of the village.
Bitch, because I said, well, why ain't Bobby Brown and his new wife going to get Bobby Christina? They see she was just falling on her. Falling. Not one time did she go, fuck you, bitch. I would win. Did you hear me say, look, how you want to be on that door? I would have drugged her ass. Bitch, we would have been in the rehab together. I wouldn't have lost my baby. So a mother's love, we are women, queens, goddesses for a reason. We have strength, we have intuition, we have the power to change these men and to change these motherfucking children. So all that other shit you talking, bitch, Sissy, Bobby Brown, new wife, and Dion, fuck y'all hoes. I don't fuck with y'all hoes. So then Bobby Brown said he was fucking Janet Jackson. He said he was fucking the shit out of Janet Jackson. Said Janet Jackson told her, I like you, but I can't have you because Joe told me I have to fuck. I can't marry no black man. What? Girl, you could have picked my face up off the ground. I said, Janet Jackson, Miss Jackson, if you nasty. Bitch, you was slinging that funky monkey to Bobby Brown. And you know that's a chocolate. You know Bobby Brown was slinging a dick back then. He was a chocolate black king back then. Don't act like Bobby Brown didn't have my prerogative before Whitney.
I'm sorry, I like mouth tries, man. So
I like the Brown too. I like the Brown, but Bobby was a nice looking black man. How Janet Jackson gonna tell Bobby Brown, I get this dick behind closed doors, but we can't be seen in public because my daddy said I can't fuck with a black man. Bobby put that in his book. I'm going to get your book, Bobby, because I want to hear what else you had to say.
Yeah.
He did slang that tea. That when he was fucking Janet. What else I said he was doing, Pee-wees? You remember since you cut the sound out. They missed everything. Child, I'm trying to remember what it was about. What else Bobby put in that book?
That was the really meat of it. He went on to say a few other things, but you hit the key points as far as him starting him out on the drugs and Bobby taking that rap. You know what I mean?
And that Whitney was a bulldagger, and Sissy was mad about it. Sissy didn't want her messing with women, said it was going to mess up her image, and that she needed to get married.
Right. So it's a lot of shit.
Now that was tea. And I said, ooh, I gotta get Bobby Brown book. And then everybody was like, Bobby was just trying to get money. I said, no, Bobby could have been told this stuff. I said, he's trying to clear his chest. He is. He's trying to clear his spirit. He want to get it out. And I said, and I believe Bobby. I believe Bobby because Whitney was off the chain.
There you go. He lost 2 queens.
He did.
And they gave him a bad name.
He did. And he wore it.
Now what he also said was,
that's right. The village was big on because Whitney, Bobby, all Whitney brothers and sisters was on dope. Sissy act like she was so church, but how could you not get control? Here's your daughter, she doing movies, she acting, she's beautiful, she's modeling, that voice ain't no other. And you let this whole foundation of your family fall. Bitch, nobody would have gotten my daughter. Bitch, they would have thought we were fucking high and choked that whole life.
Now what Bobby Brown also said, he came out cold-handedly and said he believed Nick Gordon killed not only Whitney, but he killed Bobby. Now
he did say that. Now wait, he did say that, but I don't believe that.
You know,
because Bobby, you know that y'all all was on hard drugs. Because Bobby Brown said he died a couple of times and said Whitney took the crack pipe out his mouth and said, well, you ain't gonna be needing this bitch because you got to die in 2 seconds. Bobby said he had a stroke. Bobby said he was down on the ground, his heart had to stop beating. He said he thought his wife was gonna come give him mouth to mouth. He said Whitney just took the crack pipe out his mouth and said, well, bitch, since you're dead, I'm gonna hit you smoke the rest of this. And walk over his ass. Bobby said he made that about this till the sun rose so he could feel his nerves, because his body come back. Whitney was still smoking. Then he come check on him.
But But he woke up, she was what?
And he said he went right back over there and went to smoking with her. So you see what that marijuana do? They were just crackheads in a house full of money, calling the dope man, calling Ray J, whoever they was calling. Word on the street, you was calling Ray J, bitch. And that's why I say so. Them children done been around so much dope. That boy ain't have to try to kill her. That baby was missing her mama. And she ain't had nobody to help her stand up. And that's why I said, what was the strong women at?
Well, where the hell did mystery man Nick Gordon come from? Where the fuck was his man?
You know, Nick mama was on drugs too, and that's why Whitney adopted him.
Okay.
So she can do the drugs in front of him?
I don't know, I guess. Word on the street that she had adopted him when he was little, 11 or 10 or...
That's what I heard too.
Yep.
That's why he's the godbrother.
Yep.
But he was the male figure to Bobby Christina, showing her the love.
They did turn around.
But you know what? Come on, they need to stop that shit. They were not brothers and sisters.
They
so when you grow up with somebody,
right.
y'all like each other, y'all hunching, playing mom and daddy, grinding on each other. They probably was friends. They done been through everything together. When they got older to be adults, they started fucking.
Mom and daddy was calling them brothers and sisters, but they were calling themselves
that's right. And
mom and dad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So don't try to act like there was some incest and shit. And I really do not believe that boy did that to that baby. I believe that they was getting high together, and then just like Bobby and Whitney, he couldn't stop her. And if she wanted to get high on a Prelude and some heroin or snort some cocaine and go get in the tub and slide in that bitch to where she just didn't wake up, the bitch leave me alone, I'm getting high. Y'all don't know what crackheads and drug addicts do. That's what they do. And they'll all be in the house getting high together. Sometimes they fuck, sometimes they freak, sometimes we hit this spot together, bitch. Sometimes I want to be stingy, let it go, and bitch, I'm finna smoke by myself. So don't play like that boy just evilly tried, to get her money.
Now what I will say is, prior to this particular incident happening,
faces and shit. No,
you see this? You know what I'm waiting.
I saw a white face.
Oh, see, nah.
We're gonna have a 10-minute research. We coming right back with my thoughts because actually, people don't know, but they'll do the research.
Yeah.
There was a white guy that was actually at the home when Bobby Christina died. There was actually 3 people in there.
I heard that.
Bobby Christina, Nick, and it was the white guy. Now he's the mystery night white guy, but I did research on the guy, and what I realized was prior to this particular case, he had got out of jail because he had his girlfriend held captive, according to the mother. The mother called the police.
James.
Yeah, the mother called the police and said, "I haven't seen my daughter in a week. I know where she at. I think she's been held against her will. I want you guys to check on her whereabouts." So when the police went to the location, the guy answered the door, the guy in question. And the police ended up smelling marijuana or seeing marijuana. So at that point, they had probable cause to go in.
Gotcha.
Upon going in, they found some type of prescription drugs. They found some marijuana, some paraphernalia, and they took his ass to jail.
Okay, now this is at his house, not at Bobby Christina's house, though.
At a location. They didn't really, at wherever the mom sent him. They didn't get you know what I mean? So he stayed in jail for close to 45 days.
Gotcha.
When he got out, the next time his name was brought up is when she got killed. Gotcha. Now here's P. Weezy's assessment or analogy. Say he's the plug, because they need a plug.
That was the first thing I was thinking.
You feel me?
He's the connect.
He was the plug. They was over there getting high.
Yeah.
She OD'd or whatever, and they trying to maybe cool her off or whatever, and it doesn't work. Nobody wants to be there when the police come, because in certain states, if a person ODs or if they die from drugs, you're responsible.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, I know if someone is choking and you attempt to revive them, then you're responsible if they die.
No, if y'all in there doing drugs and a motherfucker OD on the drugs, you could be held responsible for the death of that person. It depends on what state it is. That's why even just say, if you take somebody to the hospital, and a lot of people would leave a person at the hospital, they just drop them off and keep it moving, because there's ramifications behind certain situations.
Gotcha.
And I'm thinking, well, maybe Nick may have left because he didn't want to be involved. Because you got to think about it, more people knew what happened at that house besides Bobby Christina. But neither one of those people are talking.
Gotcha.
The white guy isn't talking, and Nick's not talking.
And Nick's not talking.
You know what I mean?
Well, so Nick is defending himself And I don't even know what's going on with him at this point.
He lawyered up.
But
And
he's
the lawyer told
been trying to defend himself throughout everything where
he
can't
did
even
that
talk
slick
about.
shit when he went up to with the Oprah Winfrey show and he was crying and boo-hooing. To me, that was something that he did because it was expected. Like people expected him to do something on behalf of Bobby Christina. But since then, he hasn't said anything. And regardless of how good or bad of a father Bobby Brown was, he still owed a perfect explanation. See, the body is still an investigation.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, that's why they still hush up about it because they're still investigating it.
Yeah.
But how can you investigate when there were only two people there?
Yeah.
And if them two people got the lawyer,
All this was
you know what I mean? But it's really unfortunate to see not only Bobby Christina but Whitney die in the same situation.
Now, personally, my boyfriend was murdered. They claimed that first they said it was self-inflicted, but then the autopsy said that it couldn't have been because he was right-handed and the bullet wound was on the left side of his head.
Right.
The only person that was there was his brother. So, they kind of just gave all of that shit up. This happened back in 97.
Okay.
So you got a brother that was found on the side of a bed, blood splattered in the doorway, mind you, more blood by the window, but his body was on the side of the bed. And they labeled it as being
Self-inflicted.
self-inflicted. And they ain't go no further than that. So with Bobby Chris